Hi everyone, this is your boy Duke with English with Duke. In my first video, I introduced myself and explained what this YouTube channel is about. For those who happen to be watching right now, this YouTube channel is about me providing you with some tools and tips in the areas of pronunciation, accent, intonation, and grammar. Before I go any further, please subscribe to my channel so you won't miss anything when I post something. Invite your friends and family members to do so, and I really appreciate that if you make that happen, and thank you so much. And today's session is going to be about accent. All right, so what is accent? So we need to tell people exactly what accent is. That way I lay down a foundation so we can build on that. Accent is intonation, liaison, and pronunciation. Accent is intonation, liaison, and pronunciation. What is intonation? Intonation is the rise and fall of the voice in speaking. Intonation is the rise and fall of the voice in speaking. So in other words, is when your voice goes up and down as you speak. Your voice goes up and down as you speak. It's the going up and down of your voice when you speak. That's what intonation is. So it's not a straight line. It's not like you say, it's not like it stays that way. It's like music. When you sing, you go up and down during the entire song. That's what intonation is. Liaison is word connection. You connect words. You don't speak word by word when you speak. So you connect words, and when that happens, everything flows into each other a lot better. So that's what word connection is. So you connect words just to sound a lot better, and in this sense, everything becomes a unit. All right. So that's word connections, which we say is liaison. And pronunciation, it's the way in which a word is pronounced, is how you pronounce words when you speak. That's what pronunciation is. So if you combine pronunciation, intonation, and liaison when you speak, I can guarantee you will sound a lot better next time you're having a conversation with somebody. All right? So let me take an example for you so you better understand what I mean by intonation, liaison, and pronunciation. Let's say Duke plays basketball. Duke plays basketball. Duke plays basketball. You see my intonation, the intonation goes Duke plays basketball. So I don't say Duke plays basketball. So you see the going up and down as I say it. Duke plays basketball. When you're conveying new information, you tend to put the emphasis on the nouns, which is Duke, plays basketball, not the verb. When you convey or you're providing new information, you tend to put the emphasis on the noun. Duke plays basketball. Duke plays basketball. So you see, like Duke and basketball, this is where exactly the emphasis is on. Duke plays basketball. That's new information. Now, once it becomes old information, you replace the noun with pronouns, then the emphasis is on the verb. Instead of saying Duke plays basketball, and I say he plays it, he plays it, he plays it, he plays it. You see, Duke plays basketball, he plays it. You notice that when I replace Duke and basketball with he and it changes everything. Now, liaison. Remember I mentioned liaison is word connections. Instead of saying he plays it, normally we don't speak like that. So I say he plays it. He plays it. You see how there is some type of connection that is happening there. So instead of saying he plays it, I say he plays it. So plays it at the end becomes like one. It's like a one word, but actually it's two words. But this is how you speak. The way it's written is not how you say it. So this is what I always say. Spelling does not determine pronunciation. Spelling does not determine intonation. All right, intonation is when you say things, you mean what you say and how you say it. That's intonation. Mean what you say and say what you mean. That is intonation. And pronunciation and liaison is connecting things together to make them sound better and flow into each other a lot better. That's what liaison is. And pronunciation, if we take the word basketball in the sentence, we notice that there is something that's happening right there. You say basketball. Did I say basketball or whatever you want to say? I say basketball. So there's a certain way to pronounce this word. Now, when I say basketball, you also notice that my voice goes higher somewhere in that particular word. So you need to say, well, why didn't say basketball or basketball? I said basketball. All right. So now you need to know something that's called syllable. What is a syllable? Let's put it this way for you. The number of sounds you hear is the number of syllables a word has or contains. That syllable. So in basketball, I have 3 sounds. That tells me that's 3 syllables. Now I need to figure out where my voice goes higher. Remember, if it is more than 1 syllable, if a word has more than 1 syllable in English, the accent falls somewhere on a syllable. So is it on the first, the second, or the third, or the fourth, or the fifth? It depends on how long the word is. It depends on how many syllables the word has. So you have to figure out exactly where the accent is on that particular word, so you know when you say it well, enough for everybody to understand what you mean by that. So in this word, I say basketball. So you notice that the accent is on basketball. It's the first syllable, basketball. So it happens for every word that has more than 1 syllable. All right. When you say those things, you always have to pay attention how you say it. When you say those, you have to pay attention how you say them. But when you put all these 3 together, like intonation, accent, and intonation, pronunciation, and liaison, you see how everything flows together a lot better. It's like it's fluid. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I want you to do next time you're practicing. Go back, when you speak, use your own examples. I don't care. As long as you use the tips I just gave you and see how you sound next time you try to have a conversation with somebody. You don't have to have a conversation with somebody. Go practice with yourself. Do something. Try to connect words together and then see how it flows. If you like it, you keep it. If you don't like it, it's not a waste of time. So this is what I want you to do, and this is it. It's that's the foundation I wanna provide. Right now, I want to lay the foundation to make sure that we can build on it moving forward. Remember, do not speak word by word. Spelling does not determine pronunciation, which means yes, it's written this way, but that doesn't mean it's pronounced this way. And remember, the more you practice, the better you get at it. The more you practice, the better you get at it. The more you practice, the better you get at it. Practice makes improvement. Practice makes improvement. I don't like to say practice makes perfect, because you may never be perfect. But I do believe that if you practice, you'll eventually get better at it. You automatically get better at it if you keep practicing. All right. So this is what I have for you today. If you have any questions, please remember, leave your questions down, and I'll make sure I go over them and answer as many as possible. And again, if you don't like the way I make the videos, please, you can also suggest that I change certain things and I can bring something better and more interesting to you, because this is me serving you. And if you don't like the way I do it, please leave a comment down there so I can see if I can make some changes, some adjustment, and making sure everybody is satisfied. And remember to subscribe to my channel, give me a like, and also you stay safe, protect yourself from your family and friends, and I'll be waiting for you next time for a new session with English with Duke. Thank you, guys. Take care, and I love you.